Hey, working on 923. This is going to be day 2 of this percent discount, so it just picks right up here in 54. And Janet revised her diagram from problem 9-53 to represent what she knows about the cost of her concert tickets. Her revised diagram is below. So here's that diagram that we had from the previous day, and we kind of had filled out a lot of this information, but let's just take a little time to fix this out. What made this different is this is a mirrored image of what it was before. The $7 was over here, and so that sort of thing. But in this case, it's slightly different. And what we do know that if the whole thing is from $0 to $25, and this piece is 7, then clearly this has to be what? $18. $18 to make that work. If you go back to your previous work, what you should recall is this turned out to be 28%, and this turned out to be 72%. And I filled in all that information that I really intended on filling in right here, didn't I? Okay, so label each piece of information. So what do we know? I'm going to let you label. I'll just talk about it. But you can label on your own, work with your team. So what is this? That's the price of the concert tickets. This is the discounted price. This right here is the percent of that you pay of the original cost, and that's your percent discount. Okay, please write those pieces in there that we just did there in red. Okay, all right. Craig claimed that he could use Janet's revised diagram to answer any questions that he could about the problem. His team was not so sure. They each wrote down a question to test Craig's claim. Can you find an answer to each of these questions by using Janet's revised diagram? Kara asked, what's the new cost of the concert tickets, right? The new cost of the concert tickets. Here's the new cost, right? There it is. That's for B, part B. Okay. Penny asked, what percent of the original cost did she save by buying the tickets on the internet? So what percent did she save? That one would be right here. Oops, I should say that's BI, right? BI. And this one is B double I, right? That's the percent savings that we would have had from the original cost. Paige followed with, what percent of the original cost did she pay for the internet ticket? So what percent did she pay? That's going to be, I got to get a different color here. It's going to be right here, right? This is going to be B triple I, because this right here is where is the percent of the original cost that she paid for. Okay. Janet decided to bring her brother with her to the concert. If she buys 2 tickets to the concert from the website, how much money will she save? What percent will she save? Okay, so we already know that for the first ticket, it was originally $25, right? And she will save $7, right? So that's for ticket 1. Ticket 1. Now ticket 2 is also $25, right? And she'll save $7 for that one, right? For a total savings of what? $14. Okay. What percent will she save? What percent will she save? So if we go back to what we've been saying before about total times that percent as a decimal, right? Decimal. That equals the part. And in this case, the part is 14. The total would have been the original cost, 50. We can figure out the percent, right? We can figure out the percent. And to figure out that percent, we would undo multiplication with division, right? And I'm running out of space, so I'm just going to put it kind of in another color right here. And so 14 divided by 50, that is undoing that multiplication with division. And if you figured that out, that would become 0.28, which is 28%. So what we learned is the percent doesn't change, but the total savings doubles or increases, right? All right. So now on to 56. Carol liked Janet's diagram from problem 54. She said, I like that I can use a diagram to help check my work. I can add together the percent discount and the percent savings, or I can find the sum of the new cost and the savings to make sure I did it correctly. Use the revised diagram. I already filled it out, put it down below. Discuss what care means, and then write a brief explanation. Okay, so what she's saying is, right, if we go back and we say, she can check her work. Well, she can add together the percent discount and the percent savings. Well, I guess this is really the percent discount. That's a percent savings, right? And what happens when you add those up? They equal 100%, right? There's that check that she's talking about. And she can find the sum of the new cost, right? The sum of the new cost and the savings to equal the total. I kind of had used that earlier when I made that description, okay? So please take some time and write into your own words that brief explanation. Okay, sentences. Shirley saw some other items that she liked while shopping at Dacey's. There was a bag that cost $26, was marked 10% off. She found a coupon in the paper for an additional 5% off the original price. Janet wondered if an item is discounted 10% off the original price and then another 5% off the discounted from the original price is it the same as 15% off. Work with your team to develop a convincing argument. There's something really, really important here that you need to hear, because in the next problem you're going to hear something different. So this was marked 10% off, but this is the additional 5% is off the original price. It's super important to know that it's off the original price, okay? In the next problem, you're going to find something a little different, and I'll explain that and I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so now if we want to say, if we take that item and take 10% off the original price, that's right here. So what I did is I found that 10% is $2.60, 5% is $1.30. I'm going to take the $26, I'm going to subtract that 10%. 10% is $2.60, right? If I take that off, what do I get? I have $23.40, right? But then I need to take the other 5% discount from the original price. The 5% is $1.30, right? And I subtract that, right? So now when I subtract that, I will have $22.10, right? $22.10. So is it the same as 15% off, right? Well, 15% off is the $2.60 and the $1.30, right? So that, what is 260? So I could say, hey, oops, what happened? I went too far. I don't know how. Here we go. The 15% is 10 and the 15, so that's going to be what? $3.90. Well, let's subtract $3.90. And the survey says $22.10. So work with your team. Convincing argument. Is it the same? It is the same, right? And we've got that shown right here, that they are the same, whether you do the 10 and then the 5 or just the 15. All right. So Shirley wanted to buy a pair of boots that was originally priced at $100, but today Shoei Shoes is advertising 20% off everything in the store. She also has a coupon that promises 10% off at the 10% off the price at the register. Great, she thinks I'll save 30%, which means I'll save $30. When she gets the register, the cashier scans the tag on the boots and then scans her coupon. That will be $72 plus tax. She's confused. She started the number line to help her figure out why the price was $72. So let's take a look at that and figure out why she was charged $72. Well, the first thing we notice is we have to take off the 20% off in the store, right? 20% off. That means that she's originally going to pay $80, right? So as soon as she grabs that in the store, it is 20, it's automatically 20% off. So she is saying, all right, I'm paying an 8 for an $80 item. Here's the difference. It says it's 10% off at the price register. Well, it's 10% off not the original price, but the $80 that she already has. So what we need to do is we need to subtract 10% of that $80. Well, 10% is 8. We've been working hard on that, right? And what's that price? The 72, whoops, not 27, moment of dyslexia. $72 that it says in the original price, right? 72. So the key part was the language in this one. It's not so much, in that previous problem, it just said it's off the original price, off the original price, off the original price. This one says it's the price at the register, and the price at the register was $80, not $100. Okay. At this point, you could stop, go to the homework. This is the extra problem or the additional challenge. It's actually quite simple, but so if you want to hang in there and do this, the store used, in the previous problem, the store used 20% off sale price and then 10% off. Would it be better or would it be worse? Or would it be no difference if the store had used 10% off coupon first, then applied the 20%? Well, right here, I just did the original one, right? 20% off is $80. Then we take the $80 and we subtract 10% or $8 to get 72, okay? So let's go above and then let's figure out, is it better to do the 10 or the 20 first? Or neither. So if we take the $100 and we're going to subtract 10%, that's $10, right? And what do we get? We get $90, right? Now we need to take that original $90 and now we need to subtract 20%. 20% of what? Of the 90, right? Of the 90. Okay. Well, if we go up, just move up here, give ourselves a little space. If we have $90, right? 10% is 0. My bad. Not 0.9. Sorry, it is man, this is not looking very nice, is it? Sorry about that. It is $9, right? So to get 20%, we would double that. So 20% would be $18. Okay, so now we got to take that 90 and we're going to subtract the 20%, which is $18. And what do we get? 72. Did it matter? It didn't, did it? We still get that same one. There are your core answers for you to check. And then down here, you can see your homework. If you have any questions on the homework, let me know. Remember, to do these inequalities, you need to do the opposite, whatever it is. So we got multiplication in A, you got to undo it with division. You got multiplication in B, undo it with division. Same thing moving forward. Okay? Have a good day.